right, welcome everyone to the Crawley Athletic Center here at Joe Heath Court at Lafayette Jefferson High School, site of today's semi-state championship as the Triton Trojans get ready to square off against the North Vermillion Falcons. Hi everybody, I'm Andy O'Hara. Alongside me here today, Drew Moss and Kenny Barnhart and the Hall of Famer Ryan Lindler here for the Triton Trojan Sports Network, broadcasting live on YouTube today for today's semi-state championship. The North Vermillion Falcons got here today with a win over Monroe Central, 63-55, and the Trojans beat Tri-County 78-46. And for the Trojans, 24-3 on the year. Jason Groves, 370 wins in his illustrious 21-year career. And for North Vermillion, Phil Leonard in his first season, 17-11 and 67 total wins in his 9-year career. Drew, we saw two great games this morning, a little bit different on both sides as far as the scoring goes, but North Vermillion had a battle for them against Monroe Central to start the day. Yeah,
you know, I think they probably shocked about half the northern part of Indiana with that upset win today. But they played a really good game, you know, led by their young guard, Leonard. You know, he can do it all. I look for him to try to lead their team to victory tonight.
And that Wabash River Conference, that is not for the weak. That is a very good conference. They got a good mix and a bunch of lower class teams that are all really, really good. And it showed out here. This is a team, Kenny, that shows up, we say every year, it doesn't matter what your record is when you get a postseason play. You just go on a run and win every game you can.
Yeah, like I said, they was not predicted to win, and then they come into it here postseason and just have been rolling through here and just been taking care of business.
And for the Triton Trojans today, a team that came out, and of course, the team that's number 4 in defensive points allowed, came out, flexed their muscles, and didn't have any turnovers in the first half and just cruised their way to tonight's game.
Yeah, they look like the team that we've been kind of watching all year, and you know, they've been battle tested. They've played the bigger schools. They've been in that conference. They're ready to play. They played well this morning. I have a good feeling about tonight.
And Kenny, we talked about you had a bunch of key starters that were out with foul trouble in that ball game. Will that give them some chance to rest here as we go into this game here tonight? That was something we talked about.
Yeah, a couple of guys there that, you know, normally would be on the court like they should be, but yeah, foul trouble set out. Like you said, that's just going to make them really burn more to be back in tonight and really want to play and actually do something.
And Drew, for either side here coming into today, you look at what Triton has done, what North Vermillion does. If you're a head coach for either side, what is that kind of the collective coaching thing you're going to be telling them if you're the guy at the controls?
Yeah, you know, you can't control what you can control. You can't control, you know, how the students are acting on the other side. You can't control the officials, but you can control your effort, your execution, you know, leaning on each other, leaning on your teammates. If you're a kid that's not going to play very much, being a good teammate on the floor or on the bench, it's just a kind of a collective unit. You know, do what you can to make your team the most success.
And Kenny, in a break like this, you played this morning. I mean, semi-state is not for the faint of heart. The further you go, the better the teams are. And these two sides, they played, and then they got a big break in there.
It's kind of what we've watched back when regional used to be the two game, kind of this setup where you had the morning game and the night game, you know, and then Triton hosted them then. So we've been able to kind of watch and see, and you do see sometimes you have that first game and then you come into the second game and you may not even see the same team you just watched a few hours earlier just because of that lag time.
Well, let's talk about North Vermillion. They played first today, so Drew, let's talk about them this morning. They kind of came out. Monroe Central got some momentum. They had a great first quarter where they kind of came out. They won the first quarter, gave up a lot in the second, but this is a team that endured, and you talked about Leonard. That kid was on fire, over 30 points in that first game today.
Yeah, I mean, he really led them. He led them in every aspect of the game, offensively, defensively, running their offense, being a leader, and he's only a sophomore.
Exactly.
I mean, the kid's well-seasoned, and he's probably 15 years old. It's incredible, but it goes beyond him. You know, they got a big inside. Bucas, he's good. They got Dowers on the outside, another guard. You know, it's not just a one-man show. They're well-seasoned as a team. They're going to be ready to go tonight. This is a big moment for their school.
Exactly. This is, you know, a team that, you know, winning a big game, Monroe Central, you weren't expected to win that one. They weren't expected to beat Rossville, and they did. This is a team that's playing some of their best basketball right now, and when teams get hot, look out for a team like the Falcons.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Their coach has them playing their best ball at the best time of the year. That's what we all try. That's all what we all strive for as head coaches, and their coach is doing a good job of that this year.
And this is a team, when they get to the free throw line, they average 70%. Leonard, a 90% free throw shooter. You get in foul trouble. This team is a type of team that I like, old school. We're going to make our free throws when we get to the free throw line.
Yeah, I mean, teams that shoot the most free throws statistically win ball games. The Trojans are really going to have to limit their foul attempts or their fouls on shot attempts in this game to put us in a better situation to win. If you're North Vermillion, you're really going to try to attack the basket. get Triton in foul trouble, get to the free throw line as much as you can, because like you said, 70% as a team, that's incredible for high school basketball.
You know, and this is a team, they like to work out of the high post, the way they can move things around. But we didn't mention any of the guys like Toman, another one who was a big catalyst. They kind of substitute him and Dower out, but they were bringing in Grubbs and I believe also Klugo, and those guys were coming in playing some very valuable minutes off the bench.
Yeah, you know, they went deeper than I probably thought they would. You typically tournament time, your bench gets a little shorter, you try to lean on your starters. But yeah, those bench guys came in, they didn't lose a beat, they were doing the right thing. Coach had the trust in them to put them in a situation, and they rolled with it.
And for the Triton Trojans today, they take on Tri-County for the first time. They came in business as usual. That defense flexed its muscles, and what do they do best? Create chaos, turn it down to the other end. But like we said, got in a little bit of foul trouble there, and they cannot do that tonight in this ball game.
Yeah, we got in too big of foul trouble early in this morning game. I think they'll be again, nerves get the best of you sometimes in big games. You know, you can't control the officials. They called it that way this morning. They may not call it that way tonight. They're going to have to adjust quickly. You know, the first couple minutes they can get a little feeler out. But I think that we won't be nearly in foul trouble. But if it happens, like we talked about this morning, our bench guys, they're ready to go. They've been through practices with these varsity guys. Coach Groves gets them in position to be ready to play, whether it's 2 seconds or 15 minutes. So they'll be ready.
And Coach Groves has a Bible list, a book of sets he wants to run, and he's willing to set his guys up, say, hey, here's what we're going to do. And this team, since they were 6 years old, have been learning how to execute those plays. That's something big for this team in postseason play.
Yeah, I mean, that just shows how good of a program Coach has set up in the last 25 years or so, 23 years, whatever it's been. You know, it's the expectation every year that you're going to come in and you're going to execute sets and you're going to play defense and you're going to play hard every night.
And Kenny, we've watched these guys. I mean, we call them, everybody's got to nick them, just the way they play together.
Yep, that's the big plus.
And for this team, that's the kind of style of basketball you want to be playing in postseason. It's not about the individual star. This is a team, all caps, underline, exclamation point. That's how Triton plays basketball.
Yep, and you watched it, and it kind of got them in trouble a little bit last week at the regional game. They're so used to their sets, so used to where everybody's at, sometimes passing the ball, knowing that guy is supposed to be there, and he got caught up or something and wasn't in the spot on the floor where he's normally at and where they're always expecting it. So sometimes, you know, you kind of get that out of the rhythm a little bit. But yeah, when you play like that for the whole time and just everything clicking, playing as a team, it just, you know, anybody steps right in and helps out.
We talked about on the drive down here this morning as the way this team has approached this year, the way they've approached game to game to game, it's a different type of hunger, a hunger that this team is not satisfied with a single win. They know where they want to go, and they're on a mission, and that sometimes can be a dangerous team.
Yeah, because they've just got that mentality now that, hey, as things have been stepping through the season, getting in here and then how things lined up in the postseason, we have a real chance to get where we want to go. So this is going to take what it's going to take to get there.
And Drew, you were a player on the floor. You played for the Trojans. What kind of things is Jason Groves, I mean, in a break like this? We talked about that long break from the games here at noon today. What kind of things does he do to keep you guys focused in little breaks like that?
Yeah, you know, typically, when we were in the regional, old format, you know, we're taking naps, we're getting a good lunch. You know, we're getting back together a couple hours before game, going over our scouting report that they've put together as a coaching staff. You know, obviously some players will do their own thing. They'll watch film on their own because huddle now. But yeah, it's more just about relaxing, you know, staying in the moment, not getting too, you know, excited or burned down. But yeah, they were preparing probably a couple hours before now, and I'm sure they're ready to go. They know what they need to do.
And this is a team, we talk about Triton, and they don't look past their opponent. They don't look back at what they've done. They focus on the here and now, one game at a time, and Jason Groves has really preached us this year, and you said we start the game, control what you can control.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what makes this team good, and what kind of took them to another level this season is they figured that out. They're like, okay, we just got to approach tonight for tonight. We can't look about next week. We can't worry about this morning. We can't worry about last week or in December or whatever. It's about now, here in the present, and like I said, control what you can control, play hard, things will go your way. And
you look at how the student sections, how they're full. You got fans, I mean, you can't see across the way, but up behind us, they are packed up to the ceiling.
Yep.
You have two communities, Kenny, that have really just shown up.
Yeah, it's one of those things. When the basketball team's good, you always have a lot of people that always want to, definitely follow and want to come through to follow these games, and maybe we'll travel.
And then with, Drew, you get in these games, I mean, no matter who you're rooting for here tonight, either side to get to this point is not easy. You can't just blink and just sleep walk your way into the semi-state. You have to put in the work off season, away from practice. You got to put the work here to get here, and these are what these kind of players have done here today.
Yeah, I mean, this is no cakewalk to get to this situation, regardless how your sectionals and regionals and this morning opponents looked or played. You know, you can win by 30 every game or win on a buzzer beater every game. Every team's good when it comes to tournament time. Again, you prepare all year to play in the state tournament. These two teams in Northern 1A basketball have played their best in the tournament to this point because of the preparation that they put in last June, last July, in the fall when open gyms, in the weight room. It pays off at this point.
You know, in Indiana basketball, especially at the high school level, is so exciting. I don't care if it's 1A, 2A, 3A, or 4A, boys or girls. Kenny, it's exciting. It's a different thing you get to experience. It may be a little slower. It might be a little bit for somebody else. But for us, growing up in Indiana and seeing this, it is something special even just to get to this point.
Yeah, it's always had that history with the one class. You know, you'd always go back to, you know, anybody has the opportunity at the beginning of the tournament. Everybody has that same calculated risk of going in, and you know everybody has the same, and you can have the big guy versus the little guy at the final game at the state.
And then that's the same thing, Drew. I mean, like I said, you get to this point, it's something special, especially when you've played high school basketball or you're invested in high school basketball, especially with your local school. It doesn't matter. Indiana high school basketball is just different.
It really is. You know, we say that, and when we talk to people that we know from out of state, like you just don't understand what Indiana basketball is about. And then people come and watch you and bring, or like us at Huntington North this year, we brought a team in from Toledo to play us, and they didn't expect it. It was a noon game in December over Christmas break, and our crowd was incredible. Like, it's just Indiana basketball. There's a different feel to it. There's a vibe. Once you get into tournament time, it's a whole nother level. Once you get down the road, I think this is the biggest moment of the season, even compared to next weekend. This one has the biggest vibe. The lights are the brightest. The fans are the most excited. It's the loudest venue. It's pretty awesome.
And Kenny, before we get started here tonight with our uniform sponsor, Bourbon Mini Storage.
Oh, you got me.
Oh, I thought you were ready. So
not quite yet. But yeah, we know Bourbon Mini Storage there. They're sponsoring our uniform description, which we'll have there after the lineup. So definitely cold weather's kind of going out. So you know all those snow blowers and all the salt and everything else it's been stacked up in the garage all winter. Need to get rid of it. Get us out of sight, out of mind. Bourbon Mini Storage got 5x10s, 10x10s, 10x20s, and 10x30s.
Of course, we talk about real quick here before we get to the starting lineups by the PA announcer, Omar Masudi. We're a little bit away from that one, but we'll go ahead and do it anyways. Triton will be wearing their home uniforms. Triton blue across the chest, gold numbers outlined in blue, and for the Falcons, their away black uniforms, the script Falcons across the chest, blue numerals outlined in white. Two sides look clean uniforms. I like it.
Yeah, I mean,
I can read them. That's all that matters.
And nowadays, every uniform that you see is going to look really nice. When we played some teams that didn't have nice uniforms, but now uniforms are so much cheaper than they used to be, I think, to get the nice stuff.
Well, they're not as heavy as they used to be. They're a lot lighter than that. I don't know how much fabric's being used.
I think they're lighter because there's less fabric.
There's less fabric.
They're tighter on them. They're trying to show their muscles off. And our Triton Trojans, they get in the weight room. If you haven't seen them,
no, those boys,
they
they're muscles
get in
everywhere.
The weight room. So, I think that's the reason why, Jaden Overmeyer orders an extra small jersey just to make himself look
I'm
bigger.
telling you what, Jaden Overmeyer, that kid hits the weight room, and when he gets in there, it is business as usual. And you look, and then, of course, Max Johnson looks like he could play middle linebacker for the Colts tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, he's a specimen, at 5'8" or whatever he's listed at. He's big. I thought he came in and gave some pretty good minutes in this morning game, just physicality-wise.
Well, and just check him out. This kid's going to be he's a great catcher, and then for baseball and tennis is the fleetest-footed human being I've ever seen in my life. I'm telling you, he is fleet-footed, and that's the definition of it. But anyways, we go into this for both sides. If you're North Vermillion, what are you going to look on to focus as you go into this matchup?
Yeah, I think you're going to have to try to get downhill against Triton. Triton's going to do a really good job of getting in the gaps and try to limiting that ball screen action that they like to run on top. But then, if you get downhill, try to break down Triton's defense, it'll put you in a good position for Triton, I think you got to get that pace going the way you want. Again, cause that chaos defensively, run in transition, get your layups. If you don't have it, get out, run your offense, run the set. Coach wants you to run, and things will go well.
And like I said, this Falcons team, for them, just go do your thing. Go out there, control the tempo, be smart with the basketball, get yourself to the free throw line and make what you do best. You hit those free throws and find a way to get it to number 12. Kenny, we look at this team. Anything you got any thoughts on North Vermillion?
Biggest thing for them, control the, definitely take care of the ball, because Landon Patrick's going to be one of them out there causing chaos, trying to tip the ball away, and everybody's just going to be trying to strip the ball and go down for points. So just take care of the ball, good passes, good ball handling is going to be a big key of not turning the ball over and giving it back to the Trojans.
And Drew, we talk about the Trojans. What thing, if you're Coach Groves, are you setting yourselves up for today?
I think it's just worrying about doing things our way, the right way, regardless of the situation of the game. We're going to execute, we're going to play good defense, but if there's some adversity, stay within that, do what we've worked on all year. Things will go well, play hard, rebound, and then run in transition.
I think, like I said, I agree. You run in transition, all those things. To me, like I said, create the chaos. Just absolute pandemonium, but at the same time, you have got to play controlled and watch yourselves, watch those hands. We can't be getting sticky fingers as far as when we get into foul trouble, because that's something against North Vermillion you cannot do, is let them get to the free throw line.
Yeah, like we talked about, this morning, Triton, I thought, got a little handsy on defense. I think that was because of the way the game was flowing. They felt like that was needed, which it's not needed. Stay in front of your guy, keep him in front, get in the gaps, help and recover, and things will be fine defensively. You don't need to reach to get stops.
And one thing before we ask Kenny his opinion on it is one thing I love that Triton does here, and one thing I think is a big, strong thing that they do is they are slippery through screens. You can't set a screen because they're going to find a way to slip through one way or another.
Yeah, and that's something Coach Groves works on, 2 or 3 times a week, I would guess. They work on getting through screens, getting your hips through, get your hand on their hip, ride them through their screens, and they do a good job of that.
And Kenny, for you, what are the things that you expect the Trojans to do here today?
Yeah, the biggest thing is just disrupt everything. Just try to get a hold of the ball when you don't, on defense. Definitely get your fast break points where you've always been great at coming down. Come down, try to get a good shot right off the bat, then if it's not available, kick it back out. Just work it around like you always have been, and all those backdoor cuts that seem to always work, just getting them, just really catching defensive guys off.
And another matchup here tonight that nobody in this semi-state has played one another, and yet that's on the docket here for tonight. We go down. Triton's opponents 309 wins on the year. The opponents for North Vermillion 281, but they play in that extremely tough Wabash River Conference. The Triton and the Hoosier North 3-time champions, all back to back. And for this group here, they played against some tough teams. Will they find a way to punch a ticket for either side? I think you got 2 great teams here in the North that is going to give anybody their hands full when you get down to Indianapolis.
Yeah, you could go either way to represent the North. Both teams, again, are well-seasoned, are prepared, well-coached. It's going to be a fun night of basketball for sure.
And you see 2 communities showing out. The energy is high. I understand you all can't see it across the way. It may not be as full, but behind
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, will you please rise and remove your cap as we honor America with the singing the national anthem. Performing the national anthem this evening, Lafayette Journal-Courier reporter Ethan Hansen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Marion Crawley Athletic Center for tonight's Indiana High School Athletic Association Semi-State. Tonight's game features the visiting team, the 17-11 North Vermillion. Introduce the starters. First for the Falcons, a 6'1" senior, number 10, Leonard. A 5'7" senior, number 11, a 6-foot sophomore, number 12, Leonard. A 6'2" sophomore, number 24, Young. And a 6'6" senior, number 33, The Falcons are coached by Philip Leonard. He's assisted by Nathaniel Butts, Scott Fawcett, and Randy Gruntz. And now the starters for the Triton Trojans. A 5'11" senior, number 4, Landon Patrick. A 5'9" senior, number 10, Julian Swanson. A 6-foot senior, number 12, Jaden Overmeyer. A 6-foot senior, number 20, Greg Riffle. And a 5'11" sophomore, number 24, Brady Wood. Trojans are coached by Jason Groves. He's assisted by Blake Shorey, Jan Patrick, and Caleb Etchen.
All right, as the two sides head out on the floor, Jaden Overmeyer will line up with Andrew Buchas. That's a fun last name to kind of say, although we got to fix that eventually. That's all right. So Jaden Overmeyer and Buchas meet in the center circle. Final instructions. The ball beats in the center circle. Stage is set. A trip to stay on the line, and the Falcons will control the tip. Tegan Leonard picked up by Patrick at half court. He crosses the timeline. Buchas up at top of the key. He's going to leave it outside for Young. Shepard goes right. Dower stops inside the lane. Looking around, up from the free throw line. He goes out to the top of the key to Buchas. Gives it back to him on the logo. Falcons resetting here. It's a noisy gym here at the Crawley Center. Tolman drives, kicks it out to Young. He'll try the dribble drive. Spins, stops, fadeaway jumper in the lane. It's up, misses the rim. And the student section lets him hear it. Julian Swanson hands it to Landon Patrick, who's picked up by Tolman as he crosses the half-court line. Riffle now here on the left wing, looking for Brady Wood, top of the key, pushes it right to Landon Patrick. Patrick scanning the defense, goes on top to Brady Wood. Now to Gage Riffle from deep. Can't knock it down. Overmeyer fights and gets the offensive board. Swanson jumper from the mid-range. It's good. He hit that one from the free throw line. What a rebound by Jaden Overmeyer.
Great hustle by Jaden.
Shepard off the mark, Leonard off the mark, no good from 3. Patrick leads it to Riffle for the transition basket. It's good. Leonard now with the basketball, picked up by Patrick. Jason Groves giving him instructions. Use the screen to his left, stops on the right wing. Now he'll try the dribble drive. Inside the free throw line, he kicks it out to the left corner as Tolman drives. Goes to Buchas in the middle, the hook, drops it in. And the Falcons are on the board. Both sides still kind of like a heavyweight fight, just delivering blows to see what's going to stick. Landon Patrick kicks it outside the three-point line to Brady Wood as Triton works around the left side of the perimeter. Julian Swanson now on the left wing. Thought about it. Working against Dower. Pull up mid-range jumper. Can't knock it down. Buchas fights and gets the rebound. And back go the Falcons in a hurry. Leonard pushes it to Tolman. On top, Buchas hands it off. Leonard kicks it to the right wing to Dower. He drives inside the three-point line. Kicks it back outside as now Leonard going to drive Landon. Patrick rips it away. It goes out of bounds, and it's Triton basketball. It was the right idea there for Leonard trying to drive there, but Landon Patrick, the master of chaos, with the steal.
Yep. He got it tipped, and then Leonard tried to grab it and it went off his hands out of bounds.
So Triton will bring the ball up the floor. And Patrick going to set the table on offense. Jason Groves trying to direct this group on offense as they go to Gage Riffle on the right wing. Up on top to Overmeyer. He works it to Brady Wood. Finds Patrick on the left wing. Up on top off the double screen is Swanson. Swanson will drive inside the three-point line, stops on the side of the lane, goes to Overmeyer, back to Julian Swanson, top of the key. He'll drive up to the lane, draw contact. Jason Groves wanting a foul call. Young comes away with the rebound. And back go the Falcons. Leonard now outside the three-point line, going to work. Use the screen to his left side. Buchas kicks it out to Young. Now the drive by Leonard. He stops on the left side block. Now he's going to feed in the lane to Buchas. Young wants it underneath. And he'll step up and in.
You're just able to bounce around Overmeyer and just spin around and get that practically a layup.
And that knots it up at 4. Patrick crosses the half-court line, hands it to Swanson. Riffle now with the basketball, goes to Brady Wood on the right side. Brady Wood sizing up Leonard. These two are no strangers to one another. Brady Wood inside the three-point line, leaves it for Swanson. Swanson back to Brady Wood. Can't knock it down, doesn't catch the rim. Overmeyer throws it back in, too tall, and Riffle cleans it up. Back to Overmeyer. He drives the baseline, goes up, and they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. And Triton will turn it over.
Triton's getting a little stagnant on offense. They all want to dribble downhill, get reversals, then the defense will break down first.
Leonard now crosses the half-court line, goes to Buchas outside the three-point line. Now Leonard gets on the right wing, feeds it down into the right block to Buchas. Here comes the help side defense. He'll fire a 2, and it can't get the roll. Tipped there by Tolman. Buchas gets the rebound. Dower outside, standing on the logo. Up top, the key retreats back into the center circle. Picked up by Swanson. Now works it left. Young now pushing it to Leonard on the left wing. On top to Tolman. Now he'll work it right to Young. Young with it, goes down into Leonard. Leonard spins in the lane, up off the window, banks open, and the Falcons take their first lead of the ball game. Jason Groves trying to whistle, get his team's attention. As Triton trails for the first time today. Overmeyer fakes the handoff, goes to Gage Riffle. He's going to spot for 3, can't knock it down, and Triton going cold on offense. Leonard up the floor. He's going to feed it to Tolman. Stops on the right side block, kicks it to the free throw line to Buchas. He'll push out to Dower. Now to Leonard, they'll reset. Leonard standing at the logo. Trying to direct, picked up by Landon Patrick. Goes to Tolman. Now to Young, swinging it left. Dower on the left wing. Up on top now to Leonard. Leonard steps and fires a 2, can't knock it down. Tipped by Buchas, and he found the rebound. Led a little too much there, so he was trying to go for that one and got caught.
Yeah, Jaden did a good job of getting a box out. If you try to box out, it's where it's going to get called for a push.
And our first substitution of the ball game.
So Buchas picked up his team's first.
Emmett Klugo checking in for Tolman. So Klugo in the basketball game. And Triton will bring it up the floor. Julian Swanson, they're going to change it up. Now he'll bring up the floor as he crosses the timeline, picked up by Klugo. Goes on to Overmeyer on the left side elbow. Goes out to Julian Swanson. He drives. Kicks it out to Overmeyer. Overmeyer dribbles down. Now he's going to attack. Leaves it out for Swanson. Swanson, Brady Wood, now to Riffle. Riffle leads it to Overmeyer. Underneath, reverse land, denied by Buchas. Falcons in transition. Dower on the baseline, throws it in the hands of Brady Wood, but he's going to step on the boundary line, and it's a turnover.
Yeah, Dower's trying to step around there to feed the ball back inside and just put his foot right on the line.
And Phil Leonard doing the same thing as Jason Groves. Relax.
Yep. Just
calm down.
Yeah, both teams are a little bit excited right now.
And why not? They're teenagers. It's loud in here, and nerves are high. Landon Patrick pushes it to Jaden Overmeyer outside the three-point line. Hands it to Brady Wood on the left wing. Brady drives into the free throw line, trying to get some separation. Stops, goes to Overmeyer. Overmeyer spots for three. Can't knock it down. Rebound to Klugo. Klugo in transition, pushing it left. Going to give it to Leonard. Leonard uses the screen. Goes to Klugo with the upfake from the right wing. Now to Dower. Stops on the right side elbow, and he'll kick it back out where Leonard settles in at the logo. At center circle, he'll leave it for Young on the left side. Pushing it now to Klugo, left side corner. Buchas gets an eye post to Dower. They're working it around outside, trying to find something to open up. Young drives inside the three-point line, retreats back. He's got Klugo through the hands and a turnover. Jamison Swanson checks in on behalf of Gage Riffle, and here comes Isaac Quintana to check in the ball game on behalf of Jaden Overmeyer. Toman's back in the game, and Dower takes a seat. Did you get all those?
Yep.
Just making sure.
Yep, it's a lot of clicking.
A lot of clicking. Patrick now will handle the ball as he crosses the timeline, picked up by Toman. Patrick's got a seam. Tries to lead to Quintana, deflects, and Quintana, they're going to call a jump ball, and Triton will have the basketball.
Trying to get those bounces passes underneath the basket, and the Falcons are just ready to step right in there and just get a hand on them.
So 1:25 to go in this first quarter. It's a two-point ball game as Landon Patrick to inbound from his own baseline. Triton's going to line all the way across the floor from corner to corner as they go up to Brady Wood, top of the key. Brady Wood leads it to Patrick in the lane, fighting through contact, kicks it out to Jamison Swanson. Swanson with the runner, too strong off the back iron, no good, rebound Buchas. Toman tries a three, knocks it down. And a 5-point game, and Jason Groves takes a 30-second timeout. And the Falcons celebrate going off the floor.
Yep, just taking a little bit of this momentum out, just kind of seeing it's starting to slip just a little bit, so get the guys refocused.
Yeah, Triton's just not focused on their offense. They're kind of sloppy. They're, like I said earlier, they're standing around. They're not moving. They're not cutting. They're just trying to wait and to get dribble drive options. It's just not there right now. Get more ball reversals, things will open up.
And you can't let a team get too far away because North Vermillion right now sees blood in the water, and they're starting to kind of build some momentum to go up even higher on that scoreboard.
Yeah, once you get that feeling and you're feeling good about yourself, you think anything's possible. Triton's the opposite. They don't feel like anything's going to go right now. Coach Groves calls that timeout. He gets them collected. They're going to come out. They're going to run a set and execute it. Hopefully get a good shot.
You know, they've just been trying to shoot threes. They got 4 attempts. Haven't got a 3 to drop. You know, all the points just coming in those field goals.
The Falcons all take the floor.
Somebody subbed.
I don't think anybody did.
Yes.
He's coming out. Young's out there. Take out number 20. He hasn't checked in yet.
Yep, Grubbs.
So Patrick now receives. No, Grubbs is out there. Take out 33. Landon Patrick, top of the key. Drives all the way up to the basket, up and in.
Yep.
And there's what they needed, a basket out of a timeout.
Yep,
Inside a minute now.
Going right for it.
Leonard outside the three-point line. Triton doesn't have to worry about the big guy thus far in this quarter, the end of the quarter. Leonard goes outside to Toman, gets it right back in the corner. Corner three, but he's going to step out of bounds, and a turnover for the Falcons. And Phil Leonard's like, hey, you stepped out, the coach, and it's like,
yep.
It's kind of a tough spot. We can't see that angle up here from this spot, but the official got a good look. Dower's going to check in for Klugo. Jaden Overmeyer and Riffle back in here with 39 seconds to go in this first quarter.
Yeah, Triton caught a break right there in that shot with him stepping out of bounds. There's a little bit of miscommunication between Landon and Isaac there. Landon thought they were supposed to switch the screen, and they weren't, and so we lucked out for Trojans.
And Jason Groves talking to his team. Leonard trying to settle in his defense. Brady Wood gets in front of the scorer's table as Triton looks to hold for the final shot here. Brady Wood. As Leonard easing his way out to him. The two sophomores battling at the top of the key. Brady Wood with the basketball. Leaves it for Julian Swanson. He'll be picked up by Dower. Kenny?
Yep, it's getting close. Gross is kind of pointing them out, ready to get going. So
It's go time.
It's go time.
Riffle now on the right wing, has the basketball outside to Overmeyer. Overmeyer to Landon Patrick. Triton's down by 3, 5 seconds on the clock. Brady Wood attacks the basket, lost it on the way up, and a turnover with 0.8 seconds to go in this quarter.
Brady just trying to get the ball, I think moved around past the defender and slipped out of his hand.
They'll go to Dower, and he'll fire it off the back iron. Jason Groves wanting a travel call, but that does it for the first quarter. Falcons lead 9-6. We'll take a break. Be back after this right here on the Triton Trojan Sports Network.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
All right, second quarter about to get underway in this semi-state final game as the Falcons lead by 3. And Drew, a lot of conversations being had down there between the two sides. You know, for the Trojans, it's about calming down, getting your composure back, and if you're North Vermillion, continue to execute the way you have been.
Yeah, honestly, if you're Triton, you should be feeling pretty good about yourself with the way you shot the ball in the first quarter. You really didn't shoot it very well, and you're only down 3. That means your defense is doing a decent enough job.
So the Falcons will start with the basketball. Young to inbound to Leonard. Buchas back in the game. Dowers out there with Tillman, Young, and Leonard to start here for the Falcons. They continue to work left to right. Up on top, deep 3 on the way for Tillman, knocks it down. The Falcons knock down their first shot of the quarter.
Yep, 2 of 3 behind the line.
Triton's 5. Landon Patrick as he crosses the timeline. Overmeyer, Swanson, Julian Swanson, Brady Wood, and Gage Riffle. After for the Trojans, they go to work right to left. Swanson gets to the top of the key. Picked up there by Dowers. Overmeyer drives the baseline up and in.
Yeah, he's just going to start going right for it, try to draw a foul.
Buchas gets the top of the key. Back to Leonard. They're going to work it outside the perimeter. Dowers with it here on the right wing. Down into Young on the right side block. Backing down Riffle. And here comes Brady Wood to force the jump, takes it away. It's a loose ball. They're going to call it. Oh, Brady's going to step out of bounds. They got caught down there on the right side block on the baseline. It was a good attempt. I thought they were going to blow the whistle dead for a jump ball, but Brady Wood stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, it's really not too bad for the Trojans there. They get to set their defense up and just get a stop. They were scrambling a little bit there.
Landon Patrick organizes the defense. Leonard goes down to Dowers on the right side block. Triton takes away the look. He kicks it outside to Tillman. Tillman now swings it left. Dowers with it. Now goes to Young, pushing it near side to Tillman, to Leonard. Leonard scanning. Going to reset up to the top. He goes to Dowers. Dowers now pushing it on over to Tillman. Tillman to Buchas. Back to Tillman, top of the key. Goes to Leonard on the left wing. Down to Buchas. The Falcons dialing something up. Buchas spins baseline, goes up and in. And Jason Gross, a travel call. Looked like he took a couple steps. The official's not granting it.
Yep, yeah, just a little other second step in there.
Patrick now leaves it for Riffle, top of the key. Now goes to Swanson. Swanson outside the three-point line, uses the screen, fires a jumper on the way, knocks it down, answers back. But for the Trojans, you need to go on a run here. Can't be going back and forth.
Yeah, you just got to get stops. If you get stops, things will go your way eventually. The shots will start to fall, but you got to get stops first.
And for both sides, there's a lot of basketball to be played. Dowers works it on over. Leonard outside on the logo, kicks it right to the right wing to Dowers. He scans the defense. Goes to Young. Young lost the basketball. Brady Wood leaves it up. Riffle goes up for the 2 and knocks it in. Defense leads to offense. That's what you just said, Drew.
Yeah, got to get stops. Can't score unless you have the ball.
Leonard now goes down in to Buchas. Buchas on the left wing. On the left blocking foul called on Jaden Overmeyer. He gets hit and gets knocked down. No travel call, and the Triton fans let him hear it.
I thought he looked set.
Yeah, he was just standing there pretty good. So Jaden's going to pick up his first, team's first.
These officials. Jason Groves pleading for a call, like he's wanting a travel call.
Because he was standing there. It's not like he was moving right into it.
Well, the kid's Buchas has made that same move every time he catches it, so Jaden's getting smart about it, and he's defending it the right way.
So the Falcons inbound. Patrick intercepts it from Dowers. Triton's got numbers. Down into Swanson. Swanson with the floater, ties it at 14.
Again, Triton needs to lean on their defense, get stops. Things will go well.
But part of that's been, you've kind of been watching, they've kind of hanging back. Now they're seeing where those lanes are at, and they're jumping the lanes, getting the ball.
And now the Falcons trying to find an answer. Leonard drives the right side, underneath the lane, kicks it away from the baseline, goes to the left side corner, Toman. Now he's on the elbow. Leads it down to Leonard on the baseline. Tries to throw it back in. He's got Buchas. He goes up, blocked by Overmeyer, but the follow through by Buchas. Oh, they're going to say a foul.
Calling it off.
They're going to call one on Brady Wood.
So Brady's going to pick up his first.
Did you hear a whistle?
I did not.
Okay, just making sure.
And I'm the closest of the four of us, and I didn't hear it.
So Buchas will head to the line for two. And the Triton fans expressing their displeasure. Emotions are high. Don't matter if you're on the floor or in the stands. Buchas off the back iron. He only hit one free throw out of about 10 opportunities earlier this morning. But as Drew said there in the pregame, control what you can't control if you're either side. Buchas missed the first and misses the second. Someone's getting free chicken fingers in Lafayette right now. Riffle now leaves it on over to Patrick, and they go back to work. Toman's going to greet him at center court. He crosses the timeline to the left side. On the left wing, Patrick's going to attack. Leaves it for Riffle. Short corner two, can't drop it in from the right side. Here comes Overmeyer. And Leonard gets the rebound. The Falcons, they got Buchas down the floor. Buchas lost the basketball. Triton knocked it away. What a job by Overmeyer to punch it.
And you look down there was 4 white shirts around that dark black shirt.
That's just really good hustle for the Trojans getting back. The ball beat 3 of the 5 guys down the floor, and they hustled back and get a tip out of bounds.
They didn't attack the body. They attacked the basketball, and that really kind of disrupted Buchas' drive. And now Jameson Swanson checks in on behalf of Landon Patrick. Leads the team in minutes this season on the floor as he takes a seat. Leonard goes to Toman. Gets a right back, corner 3, high-arcing shot. Can't find the mark. Buchas cleans it up, gets his own rebound, and a foul call underneath. And it's going to be called on the Trojans.
Triton got lucky on that 3-point attempt there. Julian went over the top of the screen instead of following his guy out off that screen. And you got to butt chase those in screens.
And Brady Wood just picked up his second.
Buchas knocks the first one down. Patrick checks in on behalf of Julian Swanson. So Jamison Swanson, Landon Patrick, Overmeyer, Riffle, and Brady Wood the 5 out there for the Trojans. The lineup's unchanged for the Falcons. Buchas hit the first one. Second one's on the way. It tickles the twine. Perfect trip for him. Jason Groves calling out the offensive set. The Trojans trail by 2 as we near the halfway point of the second quarter. Leonard talking to his defense from his coach's box. Overmeyer gets on the left side of the line, goes up, knocks it down. Bank shot as he just floats to the basket.
He never comes down. He just keeps going up, 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 and away.
Hoot shots, I like that. Left side of the block with the little baby hook. Doesn't knock it down. Brady Wood with the rebound. And Brady Wood's got to clear. They take away Patrick, but Brady Wood handles it up the floor. Things start to settle down as Brady Wood looking right. Hands it to Landon Patrick. Toman picks him up. Toman tiptoes his way out there to Jamison Swanson. He'll attack from the baseline. Lost the basketball, goes to Overmeyer. Brady Wood now on the left wing. Steps into it as he's going to kick it back up on top to Riffle. Jason Groves not like what we see from the set.
They're just standing around too much. They need to get some more movement going.
Jamison Swanson rolls wide right. He's got Riffle. Riffle off the jab step, takes Young off the dribble, adjustment flight. The mailman delivers a spectacular move. Went up underneath the double clutch and the reverse lay-in.
With a little lefty.
The drive there by Leonard. Can't knock it down. The ball's free. It's loose. And Jaden Overmeyer gets the rebound.
That was a really good contest by Jaden. He jumped vertical, kept his hands up. It was a really good defense.
Brady Wood now outside. The Trojans with the 2-point advantage. Brady now working right. Using the screen top of the key by Patrick. Now goes to Jamison Swanson on the right wing with the jab step. Swanson looking left. Leaves it for Patrick. Falcons fall into a man defense as Patrick drives the lane with the run off the window. Banks closed, and Buchas gets the rebound. Leonard attacking, coast to coast. He goes up and in.
You got to step over and stop the basketball.
Now to Brady Wood. Triton brings it to the floor as Patrick now will set it. Eases his way up as we near the final 2 minutes of this quarter. Patrick exits the center circle. Goes to Overmeyer. Backdoor riffle. Double clutch and blocked by Buchas. And that should have been a goaltend because they went off the backboard. Dowers drives. Stops on the left side of the line. Goes out to Leonard. Leonard drives. Looking outside for Toman. Toman driving aggressively to the basket. No good. Buchas ripped away by Brady Wood.
Now they're definitely letting them play underneath.
Riffle kicks it outside. Brady Wood fires a three. Can't knock it down. Rebound there belongs to Shepard, or excuse me, Leonard, and a foul call on Gage Riffle. He caught on the right side block, and the two were fighting for position.
So Riffle's going to pick up his first, team's fourth.
Quintana and Julian Swanson check in. So Jason Gross changes the lineup out there. Quintana's going to stay with Overmeyer, Julian Swanson, Riffle, and Landon Patrick. Lineup still unchanged for the Falcons. I don't believe they made a substitution here in this second quarter. Young now goes left. Dowers now goes to Toman. Leads it to Young on the right wing. Up inside the high post at Buchas as he sets the screen for Leonard. Top of the key. The give and go denied by Overmeyer. Toman cleans it up. Toman now stands on the left wing. He'll work against Quintana. Backing him down into the lane. Kicks it out. Dowers, corner three on the way. Can't drop it down. Rebound to Young. Goes out. Leonard fires a contested three with the hand in his face. He knocked that one down.
He's got 7 points.
The Falcons lead up to 3 after that three-pointer. Final minute here before the half. Landon Patrick slows it down. Now goes to Riffle. And the Falcons faithful making their presence known. Phil Leonard directing his defense. Riffle kicks it to Quintana. Oh, a double dribble. Picked it up and he went to kick it out.
Yeah, he thought somebody was cutting through. He picked the ball up really quick and then started dribbling again.
And the Trojans, an unforced error. Jamison Swanson checks back in for Gage Riffle. Lineup still unchanged for the Falcons as Leonard, Dowers, Toman, Buchas, and Young stay on the floor. Toman gets it on the right wing. Nothing there, goes to Dowers across the way. Now on the left wing stands Young. Picked up by Quintana. Now goes to Leonard, 25 seconds on the clock. Leonard out near the half-court line, going to push it, skip it across the other side to Toman, who goes to Buchas inside the three-point line. Young outside. Leads it down into Leonard. Leonard in the left side block, backing down, fires a two, can't knock it down, the ball's free. Landon Patrick's got it, 6 seconds on the clock, 5 seconds. Patrick attacks all the way coast to coast, puts it up, no good, and Buchas leads it to Dowers, and that does it for the first half as the Falcons lead 21-18.
Calm down here a little bit so we can. So for the free throws there, Triton did not get to the line. The Falcons got their half of theirs, 2 of 4. 2-pointers, 9 of 17 at 15% compared to 5 of 13 at 38% for North Vermillion. Triton 0 of 5 behind the line compared to 3 of 6. And the turnovers, Triton 3, North Vermillion 6. North Vermillion, Buchas with 8, Leonard with 7, Toman 6, and that's all they're scoring, and just 1 foul with Buchas with his 1 foul. For Triton, Swanson with 6, Riffle with 6, Overmeyer 4, Patrick with 2, Brady Wood having those 2 fouls, and then Overmeyer and Riffle each with a single foul.
So we're going to take a break here at halftime. Join us for the second half right here on the Triton Trojan Sports Network.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're not just good at insurance. We're good at Matt's 1-car, 2-bedroom apartment with a home office/home gym insurance. We're good at Nick's SUV and farmhouse with a remodeled kitchen/RV art gallery insurance. And we're good at the Wilbur Suburban Home with the 2-car garage/rehearsal space insurance.
Have you seen my hockey socks?
Have you checked your sock drawer?
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903. Some see a student athlete working on his shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903. Some see a student athlete working on his shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
All right, second half out get underway here from the Crawley Center at Joe Heath Court at Lafayette Jefferson High School, site of today's semi-state championship here in the north side of things. Hi everybody, Andy O'Hara with me, Drew Moss and Kenny Barnhart and the Hall of Famer O'Reilly. They're here for the Triton Trojans Sports Network, broadcasting live on YouTube as the Trojans trail here 21-18. You know, for both sides, a half is gone. Nothing you can do about that half. It's now about how bad do you want it? Can you control the controllables? Can you keep your composure and control this game? And whoever does is going to find themselves in Indianapolis next weekend.
Yeah, I mean, that's really what it comes down to. Neither team really played that great in the first half. Both teams can play better. It's who's going to play their best in the next 16 minutes to give themselves an opportunity to go down and play in Indy next weekend.
Now Triton will start with the basketball, but for them, you go back, a team that is known for averaging a point per possession. They are below that right now. Yeah, that's not bad, 0.91, but North Vermillion is doing a little bit better as far as converting on those second chance points.
Yeah, I mean, really it just came down to Triton didn't make a whole lot of shots in the first half. North Vermillion just made more. Again, both teams did a decent job defensively, taking away what the other team wants to do. For Triton to make a run here, they just really have to focus, make their shots. The next one goes in.
So my apologies. Triton's averaging 0.78 points per possession and 0.81 per shot. This is a territory where they've not really been in a whole lot this year, but the Falcons, a point per possession, 0.91 points per possession. This is a team that's playing good with the basketball, good enough to have the lead right now. It's a three-point game. We should be in for a photo finish. So Brady Wood will inbound. The Trojans now will work left to right, as both teams starting fives out there. Patrick, Julian Swanson, Brady Wood, Gage Riffle, and Jaden Overmeyer, the five out there. Leonard, Toman, Dowers, Buchas, and Young, the five out there for the Falcons as Triton now goes to work. Patrick gets it on the right wing. He'll attack the three. Alley-oop to Overmeyer and in.
It's a great set. Wonderful set by Coach Groves.
And the Falcons defense just lost track of Overmeyer and just left it right up, and a guy that, as we said, up, and away.
Yep.
As Drew said, up, and away. Tillman drives inside the three-point line at the top of the key, gets it back to Buchas, he'll reset. Leonard gets the basketball out here near midcourt, right in front of the scorer's table. Picked up by Patrick as the Trojans fall into a man defense. Young gets on the outside. Now the Triton student section making their presence known. Dowers on the right wing, goes down into Young, feeds it into Buchas. Buchas, untouched, Tillman up and in.
About the same type of a play.
Buchas with the assist.
Brady got caught ball watching there instead of staying with his man and dropping to the depth of the ball. He went to the ball.
Julian Swanson now will work it to Riffle, pushing it left down to Brady Wood. Up on top to Riffle, off the screen, straight away, three on the way. Can't knock it down, rebound to Dowers. Leads up to Leonard. Leonard, Buchas goes in the lane, no travel call. Looked like he took a few steps. Ball goes out of bounds. They're going to stay. It stays with the Falcons. And Jason Groves, good catch by Blake Shore. He saw the set. Leonard, and a foul call on the Falcons on the inbound. That was a great recognition by Blake Shore. He saw it change up, got Jason Groves' attention. And they said, what a play there, Blake Shorey, the coach's box.
Yeah, I mean, it's just good scouting by Blake. I think all the coaches down there noticed it. Coach Groves is worried about something else, and Blake just reminded him to get Jaden just need to go out and jam Buchas out in the corner because it's coming for a lob.
So Tillman picked up their team's first in this third quarter.
Caught up trying to push off to get separation. Now Julian Swanson to bring it up the floor. Dowers picks him up as he crosses the timeline. Brady Wood gets it on the left side wing, feeds it to Patrick at the free throw line. Leaves it up for Overmeyer, alley-oop and in. Patrick to Overmeyer. Trojans down by one. Leonard crosses it, top of the key. Looking to hand off to Tillman. Tillman will try the dribble drive from the top. He goes into the lane, stops inside the free throw line, forces a bunny shot, and it does not drop. It's tipped around. Triton basketball. And now the Falcons fans making their presence known.
Yeah, it's the point of the game where it doesn't matter what the call is. Both fans are going to think it's wrong.
And I'll tell you what, if you're wearing the black and white stripes tonight, I'm telling you, you're not the favorite person of somebody here this evening.
Yeah, they're here because they've been rated high enough, and they have thick skin, so that doesn't bother them.
Attaboys. There you go. Overmeyer gets inside the three-point line. Goes out to Julian Swanson. Swanson from deep. Can't drop it down. Young with the rebound. Leonard looking to attack, pushes it left quickly to Dowers on the near side corner. Buchas fighting for position underneath with Triton. That's a nice job by Swanson kind of backing down to take away that pass. Dowers goes out to the center circle. Swanson tracking him the whole way. Dowers, top of the key. He drives left side of the lane, backing down Swanson goes up for two. Can't drop it down, and Julian Swanson gets the rebound. Trying to rip through. They're going to call a jump ball call, and the Falcons get it.
Yeah, with the new rule, it only has to be possession for both guys for like a second, and it can be a jump ball.
So the Falcons
two years ago it wouldn't have been a jump ball.
2 years ago, that's right. It would not have been a jump ball. Buchas gets the inbound. Goes to Leonard in the corner. Back down to Buchas. Buchas muscles his way up for 2 more.
Gets him up to double digits with 10.
Jason Groves talking to his offense. Falcons settle it in. On defense as Swanson gets it out by the logo. Back to Riffle on the left wing. He'll try the drive. Now he retreats back to the left wing, picked up by Young. Riffle from deep, and can't get that one to connect. The rebound there to Buchas, and back go the Falcons.
Trojans just not have gotten anything to drop behind the arc. 0 of 8.
Buchas on the give and go, goes out to Dowers, corner three. He hits his three from the corner. And the Falcons, 4 of 7 from beyond the arc. The Trojans still empty. Patrick on the left wing. He drives through, trying to draw a foul, and he will. As he drove to the left side. The Falcons pick up a team foul.
So Tolman's going to pick up his second, team's second.
Falcons only had 1 foul in that first half. And another inadvertent buzzer from the scores table. Brady Wood gets it outside the three-point line, goes to Riffle in the corner. He'll try a three, can't knock it down. Trojans trying to shoot their way back into it, but that might be time to abandon the three.
Yeah, Gage is kind of releasing it off his pinky area. He needs to get it off his first 2 fingers, index, middle finger.
Down into Young in the left block, lost the basketball. Swings it back into Buchas at the free throw line. Goes out to Leonard. Leonard picked up by Riffle. Got to be smart here defensively. Young now, he's got Tolman on the skip on the right wing. Now leaves it for Dowers. Dowers, top of the key. Goes outside to Leonard. Drops it on down. Outside on the left wing to Tolman. Long possession for the Falcons, but and a throwaway as Young was trying to go to Leonard on the right wing, and an unforced error for the Falcons, and Triton gets the basketball. Brady Wood leaves it for Landon Patrick. The Trojans go back to work inside the halfway point of this third quarter. Triton has only put up 4 points to the 7 of the Falcons as they trail by 6. Swanson gets it inside the three-point line. Top of the key, he'll drive the right side of the lane. Puts on the brakes, fires a shot, can't knock it down. Buchas with the rebound. The Trojans trying to find some ground. Back of the Falcons.
Just all those bunny shots, can't even get those to roll in.
Leonard goes to the corner. Tolman drives the baseline right into the inside. Gets it down to drop. Buchas fights for the rebound. Leonard comes away. The ball still free, and a blocking foul called on the Trojans. Bodies were flying everywhere, and Triton will end up with the foul.
Yeah.
They called on Brady Wood. He wasn't in the vicinity.
So yeah, Brady picked up his third.
They go out to Young outside the three-point line. Down into Buchas in the lane. The baby hook drops, and the Falcons are starting to climb. Brady Wood with the basketball. Waves him off. He'll drive the baseline. Brady Wood fires a 2, and a foul call on the shot, and he heads to the line, I believe.
So Leonard's going to pick up his first, team's third.
So this is Triton's first trip to the free throw line. As I believe Jamison Swanson checking in for Brady. I don't know. He's checking for the shooter. That's where he's going. So Brady Wood, 2 free throws. First one on the way. Too strong off the back iron. Wood settles in for second free throw, finds its mark, And in comes Jamison Swanson for Brady Wood.
Jamison coming in here, sometimes just that spark. He'll take a few shots and get something to drop and sometimes change things.
Good move by Coach Groves here.
Oh, and Swanson takes it away on the inbound. Julian goes out to Landon Patrick. Finds Jamison Swanson, three-pointer. Knocks it down! Showtime! Fires up his crowd.
That's the first three to drop.
And Kenny, what'd you say, a spark?
Yes.
Leonard now picked up by Patrick, working through, and Patrick going to get called, wrapping him up. And that's something that Leonard does so well. He'll bait you into those fouls.
Yeah, he does a great job of using his body to get the defender where he wants him.
So Patrick picked up his first, team's second.
Young triggers the inbound from the sideline, goes to Buchas on the right wing, up on top to Leonard. Leonard working well out beyond the three-point line, picked up by Patrick as Triton falls into a man-to-man defense. Leonard goes to Young. Young scanning, fakes the ball underneath, hands it off to Leonard on the right wing. Leonard hooks his way up to the rim, goes up, can't knock it down. Young with the rebound, put back on the way, no good. Buchas fires a two and banks open, and he draws the, oh, they're going to say he traveled. So the near side official called a travel on the way, so the Falcons will turn it over. I couldn't see it.
I'm cross-eyed. I couldn't see both at the same time.
There was ball bouncing everywhere. I was trying to keep
players
up. I didn't
flying. Babies walking on the floor. I don't know what's going on.
Pigs are flying. I don't know what's going on right now. Overmeyer threads it down to Riffle for two. Knocks it down. And Triton's back on the board, down by two. 2 minutes to go in the third. Dowers in the Trojan student section. The fans fired up. Tillman outside beyond the three-point line on the right wing, picked up by Jamison Swanson. He drives, kicks it out to Young on the right wing. And now Leonard gets it out near the half-court line. And a timeout for Phil Leonard. It was getting a little noisy.
Yeah, I mean, I could feel the momentum shifting towards Triton now. He wants to kind of get the momentum back to normal, even playing field.
So what they call here will be a 30-second timeout. So both sides with 4 timeouts remaining, a 30 and 3 fulls apiece.
So Jamison coming in, hitting that three, kind of did that spark.
And Kenny, you called it.
Yeah, I said I've seen him come in and he'll pop a three right off the bat, and it seems like just get that momentum change.
You must be a mechanic because the spark plugs need to change.
Yeah.
Well, and then go back, finding a way to kind of get themselves back into it. Now they're starting to believe North Vermillion's got to find a way to answer because they might be getting just a little bit sloppy on defense as well.
Yeah, Triton's starting to find their groove. North Vermillion's trying to keep their groove. It's just a battle. As we get down the stretch here, it's the war of attrition. Which team's going to come out on top?
Holy cow, talk about a fan base. The Trojans have awakened the fan base. Everybody's standing and making noise. North Vermillion, the Falcons trying to fire up their team. Young will inbound from the far sideline in front of the Triton fans as he will leave it for Dowers. Dowers picked up by Julian Swanson. He's working outside the three-point line straight away, now works to the right wing. He's going to find Tillman. Tillman drives the baseline. He drives, fires the two up, banks closed. Buchas, it's a fight for the basketball, and Patrick somehow gets it. 1-on-2, fast break. Patrick goes up, draws the foul, and an and-one opportunity.
Hey, that was all led by our spark plug.
Yep.
Jamison got his hand on that rebound, tipped it to Landon, and he went with it.
And Patrick fighting his way through, willed that ball to the basket.
And Dowers picked up his first, team's fourth.
And the Trojans a chance to take the lead on this free throw. Isaac Quintana checks in the ball game for Jaden Overmeyer. The Falcons have not made a substitution in this third period. Landon Patrick settles in. Off the back iron, we're still tied at 30. Oh, and Riffle gets the rebound. Julian Swanson goes to the left wing. Landon Patrick! High off the rim, no good. Buchas with the rebound and a foul.
Hit the top of
the backboard. It's like, wait a minute. The whistle and this place went quiet. Now the Falcons get their first substitution as Grubbs is going to check in for Young. Boy, this is kind of fun.
That's why you play the game right here.
This is why you play the game. Tied up, minute 20 to go in the third. Triton's going to put on the full court pressure defense and a reach and foul called. About 85 feet away from the basket.
So Julian's going to pick up his first, team's third, just trying to get around there to get a hand on the ball.
And now they're going to send Tolman back to inbound.
Yep, seeing Trojans putting enough pressure in, so now making sure nobody leaves anybody open deep.
Riffle's going back to going to the other side of the half-court line as Tolman's going to leave it to Leonard. And the pressure backs off and back on the Falcons. Final minute of this third quarter nearing. Leonard drives to the left elbow, stops with the basketball. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Leads it. Dowers outside the three-point line on the right side. Leaves it for Tolman. Looking for Buchas. Buchas in the middle, goes up, contested, and draws the foul. He'll head to the line for two.
Again, we're getting reach happy here. Like the last 2 minutes, Triton's been super reach happy on defense. I'm not real sure why they think it's necessary. Trust your teammates that they're going to do a good job. Just be in position to get a stop.
Brady Wood with his 3 fouls as he nears the scorer's table. Buchas fires a 2 and he knocks it down. About a 60% free throw shooter this morning was not kind to him, but here in this one, he's shooting it well. 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Quintana comes out of the game as Brady Wood checks in for him.
Yes, because Quintana did pick up that foul.
Buchas off the front iron, no good. It's a 1-point game. Patrick will bring it up, and Tolman's going to track him right at half court. Patrick crosses the timeline on center court. Leads it for Julian Swanson on the far side corner. He works near the half court line. Dowers easing his way up to start a countdown. Swanson splits the defenders. Goes in the corner to Jamison. With the up fake, goes back to Landon Patrick. Patrick drives. He's got Riffle in the corner with the up fake. Riffle pushes it back to Patrick. Triton resets. Patrick has a seam. He attacks, draws the foul, and aggressively hits the ground. And a foul call on the Falcons. And Landon Patrick goes to the line for 2.
So Grubbs is going to pick up his first, but that's also team's 5th.
Jaden Overmeyer to check in, as will Young for each side. Nicely with Jay, they're going to pull out Brady Wood here. It's Landon Patrick the line for 2. First free throw, the equalizer at 31. So Grubbs and Brady Wood both come off the floor. And Landon Patrick looking to take the lead on this free throw. Missed an and one opportunity his last time here. Second one, knocks it down. Triton takes their first lead of the second half. Up the floor, 17 seconds on the clock. Tolman pushes it, Overmeyer intercepts it, the ball's free. Triton's still free.
Foul.
Buchas leads up to Dowers, he's on the left wing, he'll drive to the lane, goes up, and a blocking foul called.
Yeah, Gage wasn't quite there
Wasn't quite there. It was the right idea for that one, but he was kind of stuck in a tough spot.
The issue I have is down here on the loose ball to start that break for North Vermillion. If 2 guys are going after a loose ball, the second guy in that dive is supposed to be an automatic foul by rule, and they didn't call it.
So Dowers to the line looking for the equalizer and to potentially take the lead on this trip to the free throw line. The Falcons are 3 of 6 from the charity stripe here today, with 6 seconds uncounting on the clock. First one drops in the bucket and ties it at 32. Dowers now settles back in, hit the first one. Second one on the way, takes the lead. 6 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Up to Jamison Swanson right into go time. Swanson fires a 3, knocks it down as time expires.
We need a spark plug, and we got that spark plug from Jamison.
Hey, who else? Showtime. And that fires up the Trojan fan base. Wow. This energy in here is just, I'll tell you what, it's contagious.
It is, and when you're standing on that floor down there, it's a lot of energy.
It's a lot of energy down there. Is that where it all trickles down to?
Yeah, it just feeds all the way down there.
Down into there.
It's twice as loud down there than it is right here.
And
we're only on row like 10.
And I remember right there what Riffle, I think, might have said from last week's game, or Brady, one of them said, you never heard the crowd. You don't hear the crowd when you're focused, but right towards the end of that game, no sooner than the basket went in, that's when you hear it. So, yeah, the Trojans and everybody that's on that floor, you just that energy, but yet There's some more energy, Vinny, out there helping get the crowd.
Vinny with the mohawk and the suit jacket.
That might be the craziest mohawk I've ever seen.
But let me tell you, that kid, if anybody can pull off a mustache, it's Vinny Prater, and that's a spectacular mustache. Trying to fire up his group. We saw both fan bases get electric in that third quarter. We could be in for a classic here in this fourth quarter with a trip to state on the line.
Give a shout out to all 265 listening.
Appreciate everybody listening.
Yep.
It's been a good one.
Yes.
Here we go. Both sides are raucous. Patrick, Jamison Swanson, Julian Swanson, Jaden Overmeyer, Gage Riffle. Out there for the Trojans to start the quarter. They will start with the basketball. Leonard, Young. I'm on influence, apparently.
my 3-year-old's getting pumped up at home listening to the
all
broadcast.
right, buddy. Patrick goes to the left side wing to Julian Swanson, drives the lane. It draws the foul. He heads the line for 2. They're going to call it on Buchas.
And that's going to be his second, of course, team's first.
So they're 5 out there because we rolled right into it.
Yeah.
Tillman, Dowers, Leonard, Young, and Buchas are a normal starting 5. Brady Wood looking to check in as Julian Swanson heads to the line. Swanson knocks it down. That's for somebody at home. He may be saying that for a week. So Riffle comes off the floor as Brady Wood checks in. It is hot in here, my goodness. I'm glad I didn't wear my watch. I'd be going crazy. Julian Swanson, second free throw, drops it in, a perfect trip. Trojans with a 4-point lead. Leonard, no double dribble call. It looks like he picked it up, and a double dribble call. They missed the first one. They got the second one as they crossed the half-court line.
And that's starting to be a little bit over there. Sometimes that momentum switch.
We talk about that energy matriculating down into the floor, and Levi's all fired up in front of us.
Oh.
So Julian Swanson receives the inbound. He'll bring it past the timeline. The Falcons look
come
like
out in 2-3 zone.
That's where they're going to settle in.
Trying to get Triton off their rhythm that they're in right now.
Yep, something just totally different.
Coach Groves will just pull it out and hold it for a little bit and then run some action, probably get a layup or a wide open shot.
Brady Wood goes back to Swanson near the half-court line as Triton looks as they settle in, not in a hurry. Jamison Swanson hands it right back to his brother Julian. Goes to Brady Wood, picked up by Leonard, now to Patrick on the left wing.
And they're back in man.
Yep, they switched right back, saw it wasn't going to work. Julian Swanson drives, skips it across to Jamison, fakes it right, goes left, now he goes to Wood, and they reset. Down Overmeyer works out of the corner up on top near the half-court line is Patrick. He skips into the front of the scorer's table to Julian Swanson. Swanson, top of the key, retreats back. Stops and goes. Swanson with the floater. Knocks it down.
That's his shot right there. Get it to about 8 feet, little floater.
Yep, he just loves that little floater right inside the free throw line.
Tolman quickly up the floor. Now Leonard on the left wing feeds Buchas at the free throw line. Back out to Leonard. They reset. 6-point ball game. Dowers now.
Patrick out there just trying to cause a little chaos.
Patrick knocks it free. Dowers picks it up. Leonard now with the basketball. Picked up by Swanson. And a foul goes called.
Handsy again. Just use your body. Stay in front. Keep your hands off him. You're going to do great.
So Julian's going to pick up his second, team's first.
A lot of conversations being had down there. Coaches, players, officials, they're all talking down there. So Dowers will inbound in front of his own bench as he goes to Leonard near the logo. Leonard pushing it right, leads it down into Buchas. Buchas fakes it. Now he's going to back down Jaden Overmeyer. Buchas gets him to leave his feet, goes up and in. Good patience by Buchas.
Yeah, Jaden's just got to be a little bit more sound, stay on his feet, just chest him up, make him finish over the top of you.
Jamison Swanson nearing the half-court line, picked up by Young. As he crosses it, Young slowly. Triton, I like to slow it down and let your offense be methodical as Young and Swanson will work as they go to Julian Swanson from the scorer's table. He'll stop at the top of the key. Looks for Overmeyer in the corner. Now he goes to Jamison. Jamison now on the right wing. He will drive. Kicks it to Brady Wood. Corner three on the way. Can't knock it down. And Dowers gets the rebound. Triton wanting a foul call. Leonard now outside the three-point line. Goes to Buchas, now to Leonard, back into Buchas underneath, and they're going to get a foul on the floor. And that'll stop the momentum.
So Jaden Overmeyer's going to pick up his team's second.
In for the Falcons, number 5, Emmett Lugo. In for the Trojans, number 20, Gage.
So Riffle back in the ball game for Jameson Swanson. Their normal starting 5 out there.
Who
I
went
believe
up?
Klugo checking in as Buchas rolls to the basket, up and in. 2-point ball game, 6 minutes and some change to go. Landon Patrick nearing the half-court line, crosses it, goes to Swanson in front of the scorer's table. Picked up by Dowers. Now goes to Brady Wood. Brady Wood outside, crossing it over, spinning, finds a man in the corner. It's Riffle. He fires a three. It's free, and Jaden Overmeyer gets the rebound. Back to Julian Swanson. Under Brady Wood, Landon Patrick patiently.
Yep.
Now Patrick going to attack. Leaves the lane, goes back to the left wing, hands it off to Julian Swanson, pushes it to Riffle. He'll try another one. Knocks it down! Another three. The Trojans three-pointers have awoken in this second half.
Yep.
Gage finally released it the right way, right off his first 2 fingers. It looked great.
Look how a blocking foul on Landon Patrick. It looks like he was getting hooked.
It was close.
It was kind of the two were fighting for position.
So Patrick picked up his second, team's third.
Kind of that 50-50 call. I mean, they both were trying to fight for position. Looked like he was getting hooked. Now Young going to check in quickly.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where Landon might have been bodying him, so the offensive player hooks him, but so then who really initiated the contact there?
That's a tough call to make. Leonard now gets it out near the half-court line. The Triton students are trying to fire up their team up by 5. Leonard uses the screen to his right. Leads it to Buchas. Buchas on the right side line. No one touches him. He goes up for an can't get the easy 2 to drop. And there's a foul called on Triton. I think it's on Brady Wood. And Isaac Quintana quickly in the ball game as Brady Wood will sit with 4 fouls.
His fourth, team's fourth.
Jamison Swanson also going to check in the game. For Brady Wood, I guess that's where they're going to go.
He's getting Jaden a breather here real quick before the last stretch.
7 seconds away from the halfway point of this quarter. Falcons will inbound from their own baseline. Buchas gets it, goes back to Leonard in the corner. Leonard drives, hop step in the lane, fires a 2, can't knock it down. The ball's free, and Julian Swanson gets the rebound. Out to Jamison Swanson. Triton settling in. Swanson out near midcourt, picked up by Dowers. Julian goes to Jamison, trying to set the table on offense. He will drive, kicks it out to Quintana. Quintana's going to attack the basket, and a foul call on the baseline.
So Leonard's going to pick up his team's second.
I like that recognition by Quintana. He got the basketball on that far side, saw it open up, hesitated for a minute, but he's like, you know what, I got this, and dribbled and went and drew a foul.
Yeah, he got lucky they fouled him because he got fouled after he released the shot. It didn't look very good, but hopefully he can make these free throws.
So a pair of big free throws for the Triton senior. First one on the way, tickles the twine.
You know, Isaac doesn't get the playing time he probably wants, but he works hard in practice, works on his free throws, and that's why he's in this moment right now.
His second free throw off the front iron, no good, but he's going to cross over the boundary. He left a little bit early.
He probably knew it wasn't going to go in, so he was heading for it.
It was short off of his hand. And a timeout for the Falcons. It'll be a full timeout. They have 3 timeouts remaining. I'll tell you what, this place's energy, this game, how else would you want to get to the state finals if you're whoever you are? Do you want to go in a blowout, or do you want to go in a nail biter that you're going to remember well into your old age?
Yeah, I mean, again, this is why we prepare and practice, you know, throughout our whole careers, is for moments like these. You know, you got 3.5 minutes, you're either up 6 or down 6. You know, what are you going to do in the last 3 minutes? win or lose, you're going to remember this game for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
And so, again, do you want to win by 45 or lose by 45, or do you want it to be close and have something that you're going to remember forever and have this feeling to hold on to?
We appreciate all 208 listening into this stream here. It is a potential classic. 298. I'm sorry, 209. I read it wrong.
Yep.
But appreciate them all watching. Just shy of 300 viewers on our audio stream here in this ball game. Both sides making their presence known as Triton takes the floor. And out go the Falcons. Looks like lineups are unchanged. Of course, the big thing, Brady Wood with 4 fouls for the Trojans as he takes a seat. Here we go. 3:35 to go in the fourth quarter. Young now. Leonard wisely lets it go up the floor of the waist before touching it. Now he gets time. Crosses the timeline. Leaves it for Buchas on the high post. Now leaves it for Young. Patrick takes it away. Layups up and he can't get fouled. Can't knock it down. Rebound there belongs to the Falcons. Buchas underneath. Patience. Bank is open.
Yeah, Landon thought he was going to get fouled, but he kind of initiated that contact.
Yeah, instead of concentrating on the basket, he's kind of trying to drawing a foul.
Quintana hands it in a dangerous spot to Jamison Swanson, and they're going to give a moving streak call on the Trojans.
So Isaac trying to set a screen over there and just was stepping through. Quintana's going to pick up his second, but that's also the team's 5th.
It's an offensive foul. Buchas is saying I get free, or someone's getting free throws.
No, it's offensive.
Player control foul, no free throws.
Yep.
So the Falcons will inbound in front of the Triton fan base right here on the sideline. And both fan bases are not being friendly. Whew. Tensions are high. Slice with a butter knife in here as thick as it is. My goodness.
There's a lot on the line.
So Leonard will cross the timeline, picked up by Patrick. Goes to the right wing to Tower.
Back cut.
Yep.
Good defense there.
Buchas gets it outside the three-point line. Leaves it for Young. Now goes to Leonard. The Crowley Center is rocking.
Yep. Giving the bleachers a workout.
Leonard dumps it down into Buchas. Backing down Overmeyer. He spins for 2. Can't drop it down. Young cleans it up. Putback's good. And a foul, and it counts.
And Riffle's got to pick up his 3rd.
Kalugo going to check in for the shooter. Brady Wood's up to the scorer's table.
Yep, he should be able to go in.
He'll check in for Jamison Swanson. So Triton's normal starting 5 out there on the floor now. As is for the Falcons. Young settles into his cadence. And gets 3 points the old-fashioned way. It's a 1-point game.
Yeah, we talked about the free throws. Triton at 5 fouls. North Vermillion shooting free throws for the next 2.5 minutes of the game. That's big for North Vermillion.
So Klugo checks in for Young. Brady Wood looks to inbound. Now goes to Swanson. And Jason Groves calls a timeout. Running out of time.
He had it in his mind that it was going to be too close to get it in. So
both sides with 3 timeouts remaining. Does everybody have a pulse? I mean, if you don't, you're not enjoying this.
Yeah, it's definitely
Let me check.
definitely cloud.
Yep, my heart's definitely beating pretty quick.
How fast is a squirrel's heartbeat? Does anybody know? I'm pretty sure that's where mine's at right now.
Squirrel's heartbeat?
No, look how fast they go. I think that flies.
Maybe their heartbeat's really slow. They just move fast.
Bro, I'm going to tell you right now.
You ever seen them play dead?
Buddy,
Maybe they can stop their own heart.
I don't know. I can't stop my own heart right now. This thing's about beat out of my chest.
1 minute ago, my heart rate was 109. I'm really not that bad right now.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't wear one.
I'm also a lot
We're going to get that on the broadcast next year, stats.
Yeah.
The heart rate, Andy's heart rate.
That might be a HIPAA law.
Oh, I'm at 98.
He's at 98.
I'm pretty calm.
All right. Well, apparently I'm the only one fired up on this crew up here.
I've been in this situation a few times, Andy.
Well, I have too, but it's, as a broadcaster, but not as a player. It's exciting stuff, you know. Brady Wood has the whole baseline. He goes to inbound from the Falcons baseline. Julian Swanson to bring it to the floor. Dowers is going to track him the whole way. He crosses the timeline. Now goes to Patrick. Patrick looking to attack. He leaves it up for Overmeyer. Alley-oop, banks open. And Overmeyer stopped on a dime and just hung in the air.
Up and away.
Up and away.
Because that almost looked like it was going to be past Overmeyer, and he was just able to grab it and right up on the end.
Leonard now with the basketball as he stands on the logo. He'll work to the right, uses the screen set by Buchas. Leonard goes up, gets the roll.
Wow.
He thought he was getting fouled, so he just tried to flip it up there to shoot some free throws. And made it.
Gets the friendly roll. Julian Swanson back up the other way. He crosses the half-court line. Triton now working in the half-court. Brady Wood with the basketball in front of the scorer's table. Brady Wood now sizing up the defense. 1 minute, 40 seconds to go in this ball game. Brady Wood holding it a long time, picked up by Leonard. Brady Wood trying to get freed up. Stops with the basketball. Jason Groves calls a timeout. It'll be a full timeout. Oh, he's going to get a 30? I thought he was out of 30s.
It has to be full. Yeah, be a full.
Coach Shorey saying it's a full.
Full. Yep.
And the ball be inbound on the far side. I think that's a good spot for a timeout. Things were kind of starting to get unorganized for the Trojans on offense. Refocus, run a set play here, and get some confidence in these next minute 30.
Yeah, you just got to calm him down a little bit. It's a big spot. You know, Brady, sophomore in this moment, just kind of calm him down. He got himself into a little bit of trouble there, but they'll be fine.
Appreciate all 352 listening in
to
this audio broadcast.
This is an 11 seed Texas
Oh,
upstate.
for Pete's sake, that one's going to sting my bracket. Well, it's not busted. I didn't have going all the way, so we're okay. But you know, you're the Falcons. They're drawing up something here to find a way to answer defensively. As Leonard talks to his team, a long conversation. Two good head coaches trying to relay in what could be an exciting minute and 30 seconds to go. Of course, I'm Andy O'Hara. With me on this crew today, Drew Moss and Kenny Barnhart, and the Hall of Famer Orion Lemler on this call today, as the winner will find their way to Indianapolis next week. How bad do you want it?
Yep. Play smart basketball.
And for these kids on this floor, it's something they've worked their whole lives for. Here we go, Brady Wood to inbound in front of the far side on the sideline, in front of his own fans. Whistle blows, he goes in to Julian Swanson. Julian now on the left wing. Triton's offensive players get set as Swanson drives in from the top of the key. Elevates, blocked by Buchas. Empty trip for the Trojans, and back with the Falcons with 1:17 to go.
Just got to get a stop. Nothing hurt there. Just got to get a stop.
Leonard now with the basketball on the top of the key, uses the screen. Overmeyer on the help side defense. Leonard drives through. They're going to call a blocking foul on the Trojans underneath. Either way, one of the best free throw shooters in today's games is going to the line.
So Jaden Overmeyer is going to pick up his third.
But Leonard, a 90% free throw shooter. This kid had over 30 points in that first contest this morning.
Hadn't been there. He has not been there this evening.
And the first free throw ties it at 45. Jamison Swanson to check in. He's going to check in for Jaden Overmeyer. So Jason Groves going to go with the small ball lineup.
Because that's one of those, another spark plug. Hopefully brings a little ether with it.
Fixing to find out. Leonard made the first, looking to take the lead, and does just that. And a full, oh no, they're going to wave it off. He crossed the lane. It's tied at 45.
Wow. Stepped over.
And now a timeout for the Falcons. We're tied at 45. I couldn't see it, but I didn't see him step over.
Yeah, I didn't either. I was watching the ball.
That's where I kind of looked at the ball, and I looked away everybody else.
So 30-second timeout for the Falcons.
So they will have
two left,
both full.
Falcons are setting up their defense here, reminding them what our cues are, what we're looking for, what actions Triton might run. Triton on the flip side, they're setting up their press breaker. What action do we want to run? How are we going to get the best shot possible in this situation with 66 seconds left?
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Yeah.
If you don't have chills, I don't think you got a pulse. I'm telling you, this is fun.
I've had chills for 12 hours.
You've had chills for 12 hours? I didn't sleep last night.
I'm freezing over now.
You're freezing. You're freezing. Okay.
I don't have any hair. You can see the glisten on my forehead.
Well, I got some insulation, the face and the hair up top, All right, here we go out of the timeout. Triton will have to go the length of the floor. And the Falcons dialing up their full court pressure defense. Triton's going to line up. They're going to stagger him across sideline to sideline across the free throw line. Brady Wood to inbound. Brady gets the okay. Sends it in motion, goes to Julian Swanson. Swanson trying to get up the floor. He's getting reached in, and a foul is called.
Yeah, the Falcons have a couple more fouls, or have one more foul to give before they're in the bonus. They're going to be really aggressive here.
And why not? Like you said, you got one foul to give, go attack.
So Dowers picked up his second.
And now Jason Grove's going to push his offense back the other side.
Yep, just going to say somebody's going to have to cut through because they're really getting it tight in the inbound.
Julian Swanson receives the inbound pass to half-court line. Riffle for the lead. Counted from the corner. The mailman delivers a big shot. Falcons with the basketball, 50 seconds to go.
Yeah,
Leonard drives inside the three-point line, kicks it out. Tolman can catch the rim. Buchas throws it back in. Overmeyer's got the rebound. Triton has the basketball. Julian Swanson is going to bring it up. He's going to get fouled, and he heads the line for the, well, I guess he got one foul to give yet.
Yep.
Oh, Gage Riffle.
I told you this morning, he has to see one go through. Once he sees one, he's feeling it for the rest of the night.
So Triton off the inbound from the baseline of the Falcons.
So Leonard picked up his third, but that's also the team's fourth.
Brady Wood has to stay put, just cannot travel the baseline here.
Yep.
As Leonard picks him up on the inbound, and an official timeout as they're going to bring in Young. Young checks in for Klugo. Brady Wood to inbound. Triton lined up, sideline to sideline. Landon Patrick with the basketball. And a foul call, and he heads to the line for the bonus.
So Tolman picked up his third, but that's, like I said, that's the big thing. That's the team's fifth. Patrick standing there, gauging it all over.
Landon Patrick to the line. First free throw, in and out. Trying to make it a two-possession game on this one.
Let's see, just look on his face. It's kind of like, nah, come on. I know how better.
It's good to see nobody's left.
Yeah. Yep.
Patrick's second one finds its mark.
Just got to get a stop now. Be solid. Don't need to foul.
Yep.
Block out and rebound.
Leonard looks to attack. Trying to drive through. It goes to Dowers. Dowers fires a three, hits the backboard. Leonard gets the rebound. Dowers again for three. In and out. Rebound. Jaden Overmeyer. Goes to Landon Patrick. Up the floor. Patrick's got Brady Wood from the left side, ripped away by Dowers, and a foul, and Brady Wood. Oh. What's it going to be? They're going to call a foul.
On Dowers. So that's going to be his third.
And Brady Wood to the line with 13.2 seconds to go. The Trojans trying to do something they haven't done since 2013. Head to a state championship. They're in the driver's seat, but it's not over yet. Every Triton fan is on their feet, and a timeout for the Falcons. Trying to make one final stop. It was kind of weird. I don't know what happened down here, but everybody just stopped, and Triton just ran the floor.
Yeah, well, I think what had happened is they thought that there was already a foul called right when the ball was thrown in. They didn't call it. They got it to Landon. He kind of cleared it out. Brady got it. Brady tried to shoot a layup and got fouled on that layup. It's just kind of a shock for everybody in here because they thought the foul happened a while ago.
And both sides talking, a long conversation to have 13.2 seconds to go.
They're trying to say that both teams have 2 timeouts left, but not by our count.
It should be 1 and 2, but to my count.
The Trojans just making sure that they do have a timeout.
So it's 2 and 1. They just confirmed down here at the scorers table.
Yep.
As Triton breaks the huddle, long conversations. The Falcons, their final instructions. As the Trojans head into a pair of big free throws. Trying to keep it a 2-possession game. And the Falcons take the floor.
Now
Buchas, Young, excuse me.
Now we're over 400.
Over 400 viewers. Our listeners.
Yep.
Buchas, Young, Tolman, Dowers, and Leonard the 5 out there for the Falcons. Gage Riffle, Jaden Overmeyer, Landon Patrick, and Julian Swanson. Brady Wood's first free throw, knocks it down.
Another one of those hadn't got the ball to fall in. Only 2 points so far, but these points are deal breakers.
Brady Wood again, tickles the twine. 13.2 to go, 6-point ball game. Dowers crosses the half-court line. He's on the run, lost the basketball. Julian Swanson's got it, up to Riffle. Triton's going to head to state. Brady Wood, the Trojans are headed to Indianapolis. Let's go! Triton wins. Julian Swanson and Jaden Overmeyer hugging each other at half court. The Trojans are headed to state. Wow!
Holy cow.
What a finish! But for the Falcons,
oh, right there
right
with
there
it.
at the end, this team, they were counted out. They didn't go out. They battled all the way to the very final, and what a game. Two great teams. It came down to the wire.
What was the prediction?
The prediction was 53-48, and John Harrell almost was on the money tonight.
Yeah.
What a ball game. And the Trojans are getting the trophy at center court. Well, I'm going to set up for interviews here.
Then we get switched around here. They can get them down there then.
At this time, we'd like to present the North Vermillion Falcons with a game ball to commemorate their participation in the semi-state round. And now, presenting the Triton Trojans with their semi-state trophy, athletic Justin Gardner.
Should be on.
30 on the year. Triton will play.
Jason, 2013 was the last time you took a team to Indianapolis, and this team here today battled through adversity yet again and found their and punched their ticket. What's it like to be a head coach of a team like this?
It's amazing. You know, every game we have somebody different step up. I thought that's the same today. You know, Gage hit a big shot there at the end. Jamison had some huge shots. You know, that's what this team has been about. You know, at halftime we're like, this is going to be a toughness test, a gut check, and you guys just got to suck it up. I thought second half we did that. We got down and they found a way to come back and get back in the game.
And for you guys, like you said, you got down there. Things were kind of getting out of control. This environment is extremely loud, and the patented Jason Groves whistle is the one thing I could hear through that crowd. What's it like your boys, they hear that whistle and they stop on a dime?
Yeah, it's nice. You know, I didn't get yelled at for other refs and told them I couldn't whistle today. Just obviously our kids did a great job, you know, responding to that. They know that when it comes late in the game situations, we want to do specific things. And I think when they hear that whistle, they all look up and find me and see what we're going to do, and they executed really well today.
And now you head in and score spring breaks this week, and but for you guys, there's going to be no break, because I know in this group might rest a little bit and back to work as usual.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a busy week. Be a fun week for our kids. You know, I'm just happy for our kids. You know, when you do things the right way, like our seniors have, and this kids in our program, it's nice to see it pay off.
And Coach, congratulations. Let's you go celebrate. Great job. Great job. All right, ready? Jaden, you may not be 6'6" on the program, but son, tonight you played like you were a 6'10" forward out there. I'm pretty sure you hung in the air for a good 4 seconds on a few of those alley-oops.
I have to do what I have to do. I mean, with them being so tall, I have to find different ways. I rely on my teammates up at the help side, but I do the best I can.
What's it like to be part of this? Oh, now they're all inching in closer on us. What's it like to be part of a team like this and punching your ticket against a very good team?
It feels good. We dreamed about this moment ever since elementary, and we had a goal, and we're so close to achieving that goal. And now we just have to win state.
Anybody want to give a shout-out to?
Same as always, I want to shout out my mom, my dad, my family, my friends, and just the whole Triton community.
All right, congratulations, pal. All right, ready? Julian, I hear this week the plan to bleach our hair was orchestrated a little bit by you, pal.
Yeah, the idea just kind of crossed my mind. I mentioned it to Landon, and he said he was all for it. So me and him decided that we were at least going to do it, and then surprisingly, everybody else was down for it too. So
what's it like to be part of a team that's willing to do that as the brotherhood of you guys just coming together like that?
I mean, it's great, and I think it shows in the way we play. I mean, there was times in this game where we could have given up, but we stuck together and believed in us and pulled it out.
And last year you guys lost on this floor in the morning game, but today you win and you're going to Indianapolis. What does that feel like?
It feels surreal. I mean, it's what we've been dreaming of, and we're finally getting to make that happen. So,
well, congratulations. I know you don't like doing interviews, but I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem. Anything for you, sir.
All right. All right, Brady. I know fouls today were the name of the game, but you found a way to lead in this ball game in ways that some sophomores only dream about. What's it like to get a win and head to Indianapolis for next week's state championship?
It's a surreal moment. You know, I've dreamed of this as a little kid, growing up, seeing the state finals, and just hoping I'd be there one day. And it's crazy that it's finally here.
I want to talk about the energy because as a 37-year-old human being up there, it was electric up there, but down here, as Drew Mawson said, it's even more electric down here. What was it like as a sophomore to feel that energy from the crowd?
And I could feel my heart pumping the whole game. I was just trying to take deep breaths and calm myself down. It was crazy.
Is there anybody out there you want to give a shout out to that showed up here today to watch?
My dad. I love my dad. He's always there for me. And when I shoot those free throws at the end, I just heard his voice. He shoots free throws with me all the time, tries to put pressure on me. So this is my dad.
Well, Brady, congratulations. Put that work in. We'll see you next week in Indianapolis, big guy.
Good.
Congratulations. Can't get you on camera.
All right.
Vinny Prater.
Hello.
The hair. I'm afraid. Did you stick? I'm not going to touch it. It looks like it might bite me.
Touch it.
I know. I'm good. I mean,
you touch it or it's going to poke you in the eye.
No, hair should not be that hard, you know. Anyways, I want to talk about the student section, how important that was for you guys. Spring break, everybody's gone, and the guys showed up today. What's it like for you to be a part of a student section that fills up the way it did tonight?
What I want to say is, what is it like to be a part of a team that appreciates us so much? I feel that's why everyone wanted to stay during our spring break when most people deserve to go out to Florida or other places. So when we arrive here, this is our vacation. This is our community. You know, when you work a job that you love every day, you never work a day of your life, and I feel like that's how school is.
What's it like to have your classmates, congregate, doesn't matter what grade or even down into the elementary school level, the community showed up and the kids and you guys were awesome. What's it like to be the guy in charge of that?
Oh my, to be totally honest, I don't even think I'm in charge of it.
You're the face of it anyhow.
I might be the face of it, but we all work in unison as a team.
Gavin, I'll ask you. What's it like to lead a student section like this and be as noisy as you did? Well, hey, we'll give Vinny. Vinny said it wasn't him.
We work as a unit.
Yeah.
We're all together.
Yeah.
There's no one person.
Yes, sir.
It's everyone together as one.
Yes, sir.
But combined with the team and the coaching and the community and the stands.
100%.
Well, guys, I'll let you go celebrate. Congratulations. Keep that student section up. I like hearing that noise.
We love you.
I love you guys. All right. All right, Isaac Quintana. I know you don't get the minutes on the floor, but son, today, yeah, you had the double dribble, but you took it upon yourself to attack the basket and get into the line. What's it like to be to have that mentality, hey, this is as big as it gets, and you found a way to put points on the board?
My grandpa's always telling me to take it to the hole, don't be afraid, because I have that speed. I have that athleticism to get up there. It's just if I don't make it and I get fouled, it's those free throws I struggle on, but I hit one, and that's all I care about.
Hey, you got a point on there, but when you come in, I talked to Jaden about playing a guy that's doubles you guys in height just a little bit. What's it like as you guys have to seal a guy like that, but you play like you guys are 6'8" and 6'10" if you ask me?
Yeah, I mean, we're in the weight room constantly, so I feel like even though we're undersized, we still have that strength and that muscle to muscle them out of there and play with them because we have that strength.
I know there's some people you better say hi to, otherwise they'll never forgive me for it. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
My grandpa definitely, because he's my biggest supporter. My mom, just my family in general, they're my biggest supporters.
And real quick, what was it like to have the energy of this place with our fans just firing you guys out there on the floor? How important is that?
I mean, it's super important. I love it. I love the crowd. I love the students being here, taking time out of their spring break to be here. It's just amazing. It's a great culture to be a part of.
Absolutely. Congratulations, young man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Landon, the master of chaos. This place was chaotic all day. How did you keep your cool in this environment?
I don't know. I just kept telling myself one play at a time. And I don't know. Just we got done to the end. We stuck to our. It was very, very gutsy win. And coach even came in at halftime. He's like, it's a gut check. So, I mean, we just did what we do and got on top of things.
You got a tough team. I mean, you played a tough team. You know, North Vermillion very hot right now. I mean, they played great this morning. You had certain guys to take away. Defensively, you guys, again, created chaos. The offense didn't find a way, but Landon Patrick leading the charge on defense seemed to work again.
Oh, yeah, it's incredible. Incredible. I don't even know what to think right now.
I wonder why.
I'm actually at a loss for words. I'm just very thankful, for everything.
For you, what does it mean for you to be able, as a senior, to find your way to Indianapolis?
I mean, it's what you dream about as a kid. I mean, I remember going and watching. This gives me chills just thinking about it. I remember going and watching state finals with my dad and told him I want to be here one day. And I don't know.
Well, son, you're about to be there.
I just hugged my dad and just started crying. I couldn't help myself. It's just, I'm very emotional.
And it's a lot of hard work that pays in, and a lot of people don't see those working out in the off season, behind the scenes. And you guys, the hard work showed out here tonight.
Yeah, it's just like you said, the work that we put in the off season doesn't get seen. I mean, work after practice and just the chemistry that we build on and off the court just doesn't get seen, and we try to show it in the game.
Now, I know there's a lot of people. I know you got some shout-outs you probably better give before we take away the mic.
I got to shout out my grandpa, obviously, and my dad. I don't even know all my Valley guys. They're coming next weekend, but they've been here through pretty much everything for me, and we're still pretty close. So I don't know. Just shout out to them.
All right, Landon, congratulations, big guy. Proud of you. So proud of you. All right, Showtime. we said we tried needed a spark there. You come in and hit a three. What's it like as a sophomore on the stage like this? The energy's everywhere. It's off the charts. What's it like to step in here and coach calls on you to come hit a shot?
Oh, it's special that all my teammates, my coaches have trusted me as a younger player when we're mostly seniors. So it means a lot that they trust me.
And you get to do it with your older brother. That's something for you guys. You're going to remember it, and you guys get older. It's going to state together.
Yes, sir. We'll remember that for the rest of our lives. I love playing with him. We're best friends. Everything outside of school, basketball, we're together.
And for you, with all these people here, you're going to state. I know it quite completely has not sunken in yet, but what's it like to see your community show up here and come in, and you're going to Indianapolis?
It means the world. I mean, everyone's showing up. Even a regional is packed. Everyone was so loud. The student section was really big and really loud, so it meant a lot.
Well, Jameson, is there anybody you want to give a shout out to? I didn't give your brother a chance, but we're going to give it to you.
My mom and my dad just pushing me.
Well, buddy, congratulations. Go celebrate.
Thank you.
Let's go up and let's sign. Gage Riffle, you hit the game winner last week, and today you came up big, some big threes there. On this stage like this, we lost last year, but now you guys are going to Indianapolis. What does that feel like to be part of a game like this and punch your ticket to Indy?
It feels amazing, man. I'm just so thankful that I'm able to do it to this team. It's meant so much to me how successful we've been and just how well of a team we are. It means everything, and I'm so grateful that I can do it with this team.
What was it like to be on the floor with the crowd the way it was for your community showing up?
It was loud. It was very loud. But it was amazing to see, and I love the community support. This community has been great all my years of sports, and I'm just so grateful that I'm able to be a part of it.
And for you as a little kid, I imagine going to Indianapolis was a big dream for you, I would guess.
I mean, I was at a state game, but I was 1 year old. So, I mean, putting myself in history it's a great thing, but I'm just so grateful that I'm able to do it with this squad, and I'm so blessed.
Want to give some shout-outs to some people before I take away the mic.
Shout out to Landon Patrick, Julian Swanson, Blaze Hensley, let's see, Colton Large, Jameson Swanson, Max Johnson, Levi McFarland, Jaden Overmeyer, Isaac Quintana. If I'm forgetting anybody else, I'm sorry. And shout out to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's all I've got, man.
Well, congratulations, Gage. You go celebrate, big guy. All right, I'm going to hang it up. All right, thank you, everybody, for watching here today. 400 strong, watching an epic semi-state championship. Triton is headed to state. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and until next time, remember the Trojan way.